We're going to be talking about the mind, but we're going to play in two worlds. There's a world of reality. Reality is going to be in this room, where we're not going to have things like political correctness. Have you guys ever heard of that? For me to do, oh, here comes the rumble across the room, something like that. Okay, so I can never do anything politically correct. And I'm just going to pause for a second so that voice in your head, you know that voice in your head that constantly goes all the time? Yeah, that one, that voice, like what's he talking about? How come there's no PowerPoint? It's freezing in here. Why is he sweating? Blah, blah. Okay, that voice always goes and goes and goes. So that voice in your head is going to make up stories throughout the whole entire day, and we're going to talk about that because that voice in your head exists in the part of reality. It exists in the opposite of reality called your mind. Now, why I can't do anything politically correct? For me to do anything politically correct means I have to psychically read every single one of your minds and know every single thing that's happened in each and every one of your lives so that I don't say something that offends you. How many of you would kind of, some people are nodding their head, how many of you would agree that's kind of like where we're at, especially in our world? Yeah, but is that anywhere near remotely possible? Have you met people in your life that have said words to you and have gotten you upset, and they shouldn't have said those words because they should know what gets you upset? Some of you are like, I thought this was going to be about kids. Why is this about us? Okay? See, what we do as human beings is we create all these different things. One thing that we do in the mind, we create something called an expectation. Has anybody ever created one of those? Do you know what those are? How many of you, by show of hands, how many of you have ever created an expectation for another? She's already raising her hand. Okay, got it. How many? I didn't even finish yet. She's like, I'm expecting you to. Okay. How many of you have ever created an expectation for another human being? How many of you have ever created an expectation for another human being? Comma. Never shared that expectation with them. Comma. So when they don't fulfill the expectation that they know nothing about, you're upset at who? How does that make sense? I'm just gonna, I schwitz, so just letting you know. Okay, how does that make sense? Watch, I'm literally gonna over dramatically show you what we do. Okay, ready? Sir, why didn't you do it? How dare you? So I created an expectation in my mind that he was gonna stand up, spin around, clap 3 times, and sit back down. I didn't share the expectation with him, and he didn't fulfill the expectation, so obviously I have every right to be upset at him. It doesn't make sense, but we do that all the time.